Okay, we're live now, folks.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our council meeting, July 12th, 2022. Council, you see before you an agenda. I'm going to take a motion, please, from Councillor Lane and Councillor Fry. And they have so moved the agenda. All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? And that motion's carried. Thank you very much. Let's first do the land acknowledgement, and then we'll follow that with the minutes. We begin today's public council meeting by respectfully acknowledging the province of Newfoundland and Labrador as the ancestral homelands of many diverse populations of Indigenous peoples, including the Beothuk, who have contributed to 9,000 years of history on the island of Newfoundland. Today, this province is home to diverse populations of Indigenous and other people. We acknowledge with respect the diverse histories and cultures of the Mi'kmaq, Innu, and Inuit. We honor this beautiful land together as we strive for collective healing and true reconciliation. Council, you see before you as well the June 28th, 2022 Public Council meeting minutes, and you see them there before you. Before I call for motion to accept those minutes, is there any errors or omissions? Hearing none, I'm going to call for a motion, and I hear a motion from Deputy Mayor Kiley, seconded by Councillor Rice, that we accept the minutes of June 28th. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Thank you so much. And Council, is there any business arising? If there is, please quote the item number.
Your Worship, I'd just like to speak to item number 22-06-342, the Canada Day celebrations.
Sure. Oh,
it
yeah.
was, I just wanted to say, it was a beautiful day and such an incredible turnout, and it was really great to see people. Just wanted to say thank you to all involved in making that day happen. It was well needed and well enjoyed. Thank you.
I think it was one of the biggest crowds I think I've ever seen there on Canada Day, and I believe our community has a huge thirst for those types of events coming out of COVID. But yes, a big shout out to our public works staff who helped put up some of the infrastructure, and of course Rosie Stead and others in our community development department. Jason Collins, we include you in that as well. So thanks very much. Well said, Councillor. Anybody else? All right, we're going to move through the agenda now. I'm just scrolling down and I'm almost ready to start the Planning, Engineering, Development Committee report. Councillor Fry.
Thank you, Your Worship. Okay, first on our agenda this evening is the building and occupancy permit listing for the period of July the 27th to July the 8th. So the Planning, Engineering, and Development Committee recommends that the building permits issued for this period of June 27th to July the 8th, showing a total construction value of $1,017,400 be approved, and further that the occupancy permit list be accepted as presented. And as you can see in your kit here, there's a lot of activity on the go for our residents. Decks and accessory buildings, fences, driveways, you name it. And
thank you. It is moved by Councillor Fry and seconded by Councillor Rice. Any questions, Council? Hearing none, I'll call the question. All in favor?
Aye.
And those opposed? That motion is carried.
And I'm going to turn it over to my colleague for the second part of our committee report this evening.
Thank you, Councillor Fry. Your Worship, our second information is status reports. Capital project update, multiple construction projects ongoing throughout the city. You can see a lot of busyness around our city right now, and one of the main ones is our resurfacing project on Small going down Park Avenue area. Residents are advised to refer to notified posts on city website. So if you're looking for any information and you've got accessibility to a computer, we'd recommend you go in on our city website to see our posts on our site, and also our social medias will be updated daily. Current activity: Park Avenue asphalt renewal nearing completion. Smallwood Drive, Camwell to Old Century Road asphalt renewal to start soon, and our asphalt and concrete repair, multiple locations is going to start soon as well. And that's it for us, Your Worship.
Thank you very much for a great update. No motion required. Thank you to the committee for their hard work and all the staff that are on that committee as well. Corporate Services and Public Works Committee report. Deputy Mayor Kiley is here. Councillor Locke sends his regrets. Councillor Antle,
Your worship,
you'll be the second. Did I miss
I have a
something?
question. I have your question, your worship. I know
Oh, I didn't see your hand up. I've only got one screen. Okay, go ahead, sir.
just a quick question for regarding Park Avenue. I noticed we almost have Park Avenue done and we're doing a great job. It looks fabulous. Will the lines be repainted? Or is that where it's going to be?
Director of Public Works, please.
Thank you, Your Worship. Yes, the lines will be repainted in the areas that the work is ongoing.
Thank you.
That would be the Director of Planning, Engineering, Development. Thank you about that. Anything else, Council? I can only see one screen, so I don't get the hands up sometimes. So feel free to speak up if I miss you.
I just wanted to add something as well, Your Worship. Regarding the Park Avenue asphalt renewal, it's almost complete except for the bridge that we're assessing now for the best schedule. And there's a sewer repair underway near 161 Park Avenue that we discovered during work. So we should have the latter completed in a few days. And Smallwood Drive extension has started, the milling has started on that, and expect to be resurfaced in the next 2 weeks, pending weather or other issues. And of course, we're also doing private property review, inspections, and permits, including compliance letters, as fast as we reasonably can. And that's it for us.
Thank you. And I moved forth prematurely, but I can move on now. And yes, Corporate Service Public Works, tonight it will be Deputy Mayor Kiley. In the absence of Councillor Locke, who sends regrets, Councillor Antle, you will do the seconding. All yours, Deputy Mayor.
Thank you, Your Worship. So the first item on our agenda is invoices for approval. And so the following items, as we see in our kit here, are being forwarded for council's consideration. Today's invoice for council approval is a total of $884,824.72. Among the invoices, just some points of information, is $46,905.92 for the MBT Canadian bus. And for folks to just give you information, that includes our paratransit and our Go bus trips. So in the month of May, the city supplied about 987 paratransit trips and 375 Go bus trips to residents to Mount Pearl. And that is also, which is promising to see, usage was up significantly over April through roughly about $8,000. That meaning that those with different accessibility inclusion issues were moving around and accessing the service at an increased level at this month. There was also an invoice for $35,928.13 for McGinnis Cooper. This is related to the notice of appeal for 2 former councillors, which reflect the cost of legal representation in the recent trial related to this matter for people in the public's information. And also as a positive note, and as already noted by Councillor Fry, we certainly, many of our residents have enjoyed Canada Day concert recently, and you can see our entertainment costs that are reflected here in the invoices. So that included $5,000 for the Navigators and $9,200 for the Fables. So great entertainment items there. So with those in mind, I do so move for council's consideration the approval of this list of invoices.
It is moved by Deputy Mayor Kiley and as noted, seconded by Councillor Antle. Any questions, Council? Hearing none, I'll call the question. All in favor?
Aye.
And those contra? Motion carried. Thank you.
That leads us to our second item, Your Worship, and that's the payment of registries. And it's just before the information of council. The payment of register for June 22nd to the period of July 5th, 2022, total $3,038,521.47. So that is just identifying some items there. And as you can see, there's ultimately a list of different vendors and invoices there. So with that information, unless anyone has any comments to be made, that is for information. Okay. We can move along to item number 3, which is an RFP, the RFP 22-017. And that ultimately is a very exciting upgrade that is going to be allowing for council chambers with regards to audio visual. And just to give people an understanding and concept of what this means, the city has been planning an upgrade to our council chamber since 2020. We know that when we think about what we're using right now, which is the technology of Zoom during the time of COVID, that having audio and visual upgrades to our council chambers ultimately means more access to the public and being able to view and engage in all sorts of levels. So the city has been planning this for some time. The project is truly in an effort to reduce limitations to our, of our existing technology, and to really ensure that we are operating with software and equipment that allows for seamless in-person and digital delivery for our council meetings. And this during age when we think about times in which we need to go digital, when people are viewing from their homes for accessibility and inclusion matters. This is so important. So we issued an RFP this spring to upgrade the existing aging audiovisual equipment within the council chambers. And those upgrades include everything from a new floor mounted television to replace projector screens currently in the chambers, new video cameras with movable panel zooms, which is incredible, which is about 180 degree range, which will automatically focus on the person who is speaking. If you've ever watched online right now, it's really hard to make out who's speaking, have a clear understanding and really engage on that matter. So that's going to be some new upgrades. There's new push to talk microphones. There's going to be some enhanced control system operated by table functionality. There's going to be new speakers throughout the chambers for capturing more of the video and audio aspects that might be more difficult to hear at this period of time, and really the ability to seamlessly hear from the presenters in chambers. So that's another important item to this, is that we do a lot of individuals coming in, whether that's for a proclamation to speak on a very important community topic. We want to ensure that their voice and their presentations and contribution within chambers is also heard. Ability to integrate the meeting management software going forward as needed is also going to be looked at. So with all that being said, and be happy to hear that there's ways in which this software can take on new accessibility items, new upgrades as needed. So this is really offering us a real good foundation of better audiovisual and technologically advanced engagement. So the proposals received from our 4 vendors are based on the review. It's recommended that the upgrade be awarded to Tucker Electronics in the amount of $75,118.12, and that's HST included. So all with that being said, I welcome any comments, feedbacks, and questions from our council. And otherwise, I hear so move.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor, and moved by the Deputy Mayor and seconded by Councillor Antle. Geez, we're spending a lot of money on Deer Watch today, Councillor Antle. What's going on here?
Oh.
Is he still there?
Well, this is a great example of the necessary upgrades required for audiovisual, Your Worship.
Well, Council, if I don't hear any further commentary, I mean, this has been in the works for a long time and deferred somewhat because of COVID, but now is the timely time, so to speak, to do this work. And the Deputy Mayor has made a motion, and I'll call the question. All in favor? And those opposed? Motion carried.
That leads us to our last item on the agenda, which is TP 22-026. And that is the urban forestry plan at phase 1 tree and shrub planting. And I would be remiss to say that I know my colleague on this counterpart, Councillor Luck, would be absolutely, has been excited and a proponent of this throughout years in the making. So I just wanted to identify a lot of the work and advancement that he had been done to his credit, along with many of the councillors here we see. So this is nothing new, but certainly getting to a point where we're seeing this to fruition. So I just wanted to make those remarks. So the city is proud to have an urban forestry plan that outlines the long-term investment of city enhancing our landscapes. We all are very aware of the environmental, mental health, and community impacts that these sort of plans can have. So phase one will see shoulder planting in some initial old Placentia Road medium tree, such as lilacs and shrubs and roses, planting in the area between Smallwood Drive and Richard Nolan Drive, as well as deciduous trees on Mount Carson Avenue. And there's also in our kits a diagram below for you to view for reference. The tender was issued in the spring, and the committee recommends to award TP 22026, a portion of this forestry plan called Phase 1 Tree and Shrub Planting Contract, to be awarded to the sole bidder, O'Neill Landscape, in the amount of $127,954.72, and that's including HST. So with that being said, this is one component of a longer term plan that we've been pardon the pun, planting seeds for so many years. And I certainly welcome any questions, concerns we have from our colleagues on this matter.
Moved by the Deputy Mayor, seconded by Councillor Antle. Yes, the floor is yours, Council, if you have any further comments.
I have a question, Your Worship. First of all, I am really glad to see this. This makes me very happy. And I'm looking forward to especially lilacs and more shrubbery. My question is, when is this anticipated to start? Is it this summer or is it next season?
I think, is that going to be Director Antle or Director Dollamont?
Well, I guess that would be under my umbrella right now. The anticipated start date would be this fall.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Further? Hearing none, I'll call the question. All in favor?
All right.
Contrary-minded, and that motion is carried. Thank you, Deputy Mayor.
Thank you. And that leaves at the end of my report, our report.
So recreation and community safety, do you have a report today?
No, I don't, Your Worship. Or no, we don't. There's no report be due to. I guess we have a couple of updates. We'll go through that. I guess
Yes, and then we'll do the roundtable. Okay.
Yeah, we have, as you know, we're in the middle of a work stoppage, and due to that, as communicated previously, city team members are now continuing and doing their best to maintain sports fields and parks and sports, and fields will remain open for use. Also, from what we understand, minor baseball, soccer, rugby have decided to suspend operations for activities in Mount Pearl. If you have any questions about suspension of programming, please reach out to your associations. And now I'll pass it over to Councillor Lane, Your Worship.
Thank you, Councillor Antle. So I just have a couple of more updates. The city's canoe and kayak program is temporarily suspended during the labor disruption. We understand there are many questions on the upcoming special events, including city days. These will be decided on a weekly basis and will be communicated on our social media and website channels. And that's it for me, Your Worship.
Thank you to the both of you. Now we'll begin the roundtable, and I believe based on our rotation, tonight it's Deputy Mayor Kiley.
Thank you, Your Worship. I want to identify two community matters of two upcoming events. One that is sponsored through Newfoundland Public Libraries and in partnership with Admiralty House Museum and Landwash Brewery. And next Thursday on the 21st, giving you ample time to develop your teams, will be trivia. If you're interested in having it, it will be at Landwash, which is a great local space and social space. And you can go to Admiralty House Museum's website, which is just admiraltyhousemuseum.com/events to sign up. This is also a 19+ ages, because of course Landwash is it serves alcohol. So that is going to be the evening of the 21st. And also there is a community supper as usual taking place this Wednesday at the Church of the Good Shepherd this evening. If there's no need to in the evening, there's no need to sign up. If you're requiring that, absolutely, you can certainly reach out. I also have some items in relation to our labor disruption at this period of time, because of course information and constant engagement with the public is very important. And I'm going to speak on behalf of the aspects of Corporate Services and Public Works Committee. Effective today, the city stated a bi-weekly garbage collection following 1 week routes this week. We certainly have received calls from residents whose garbage was not collected last Thursday, and we hear your concerns. And we're working with our team to determine if a makeup run is possible at this time. And once a decision has been made, we will communicate it on our social media and website channels. Speaking of which, a reminder of residents will begin receiving tax bills this week. It is strongly encouraged that you pay your taxes at the bank or online. However, City Hall will be open to accept payments in person during this disruption. And know that we're working hard to keep residents informed of updates. So please remember our website is our official channel. So certainly go there. We are regularly updating it. Our staff are, and we will update with any new information on a regular basis. For those that may have issues in accessing our website, you can absolutely call our office at 748-1000. At any point, you can reach out if you have a question around biweekly garbage, you have a question around service, or you have any sort of impact in relation to our services and in relation to labor disruption. That would be the number to call, 748-1000. And that's all from me, Your Worship.
Thank you very much, Councillor Antle. Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry, Your Worship.
Yep.
I know you can't see me, but I do have a question, and it's regarding the garbage that was missed last week. I believe it was Thursday's collection. I know a lot of residents are wondering when their collection is going to take place, and I just wondered if we have any clarification on that.
Director Dalmont, please.
Yeah, so the garbage collection that was missed on July 7th, one half of the route will be picked up on this Thursday, July the 14th. That is the route that is in green, which is noted on the website. The plan now is for the other half of that route, which would be the red section for next week, will be picked up on Monday, July the 18th.
Councillor Antle, I can see you all now, by the way.
Okay, just a quick question on that. For the residents that are having to wait almost 3 weeks for garbage, those Thursdays, can they put out extra garbage on next Monday, like extra bags, or should they wait until the following Thursday?
The preference would be wait until the following Thursday. It's noted on the website that we've asked residents to, not, I guess, for lack of better terms, block their garbage bins with yard waste, etc., and use as most efficient as we possibly can. So we'll pick up garbage next Monday for Thursday, and then 3 days later, we're back again to pick it all up again. That is correct. So if you have any extra, just hold it aside for a couple of days. I guess that's what we're saying. Absolutely. Right, that'd be the great approach. Thank you very much.
Any further comments on that issue, Council? All right, hearing none. Deputy Mayor, you're finished. So Councillor Antle, you're next. Thank you.
Oh, you're on mute, Bill?
Councillor Antle?
Sorry.
Your Worship, we just did ours. We did our update on the during our committee report.
Yeah, no, I didn't know if you had anything additional for the roundtable.
For the roundtable, I'm sorry.
Okay, never mind. Let's.
Yeah. So many things on the go at one time. Just a couple of things from me, Your Worship. First off, on Saturday, we attended the food bank concert that Alex Taylor put off on his lawn. He did it on Mitchell Avenue, and I must say it was a huge. It was a big attendance. He moved his venue from St. David's Field up to his home, and the residents seemed to come out and support him. So hats off to Alex. And the last thing for me is this week, yesterday, we lost a longtime resident here in the city of Mount Pearl, Mrs. Burry, Laura Burry. She lived up on, I think it was Norman's Avenue. She lived here, I think, the majority of her life. And she raised 4 children, Sharon Learning, who we all know, Sharon and Roger, her daughter Yvonne, her son Wayne, and Gord. And our condolences go out to them. And also, she has several grandchildren, but one of her grandchildren here worked for the city, Sherry Fitzpatrick. So our condolences go out to Laura's family. Thank you very much, Your Worship.
Thank you very much. Moving around, not the virtual table, the physical table back in the chamber, we would now go to Councillor Rice.
Thank you, Your Worship. So I'm going to read out a couple of parts here actually on planning, engineering and development, and then I got 1 or 2 items to read off for roundtable. So just for information purposes, the residents during inquiring about permits and compliance letters, but we are continuing to process permits. However, please expect a slight delay as we work through the volume. Also, capital work projects continue around the city as we work to upgrade important infrastructure. Please follow your website and social media channels for construction updates, as well as other work as work continues around the city. A couple of comments on me would, I just want to, for my roundtable part, I just want to say that that I attended Canada Day, and I just want to make a comment on Canada Day. We had a phenomenal turnout at Canada Day, and it was the weather was absolutely beautiful. But it's so good to see everybody, all the kids and families, and everybody in over at St. David's Field, because it's you know, you would see people smiling and everybody getting back together. Just just the camaraderie part and the friendship, and you could see everybody going around and talking to each other and having a few comments and a few laughs, and the music actually was really good to bring along, and it was nice to see Alex Taylor singing "Oh Canada" for that start of that event. And also my second roundtable will be, I just want to say I pass along my condolences to a friend of ours, actually, that's on our street right next to us here in Mount Pearl, Mike Kelly. He was part of the soccer program here in Mount Pearl. He coached his kids. He got 3 small kids, and he just passed away, 53 years old. So it certainly puts it into perspective, how short your life can be. But just want to say, our condolences to Mike and Leanne and family. And his visitation tomorrow is down at Calls on Freshwater Road. So I just want to pass that along as well. Thank you, Worship.
Next, as we go around the table, Councillor Lane, which I think you've done your round table, have you? Or okay? No.
I
okay.
actually have a couple of more things, Mayor. Thank you.
Please, yeah.
So I just wanted to send congratulations to the NL Boys Under 14 soccer team on taking home the silver at the Atlantic Championship. And several of these players are actually from here in Mount Pearl. And I also want to send congratulations to the Newfoundland Girls Under 14 soccer team on taking home gold at the Atlantic Championship. And again, several of those players are from here in Mount Pearl. So congratulations to them. And that's it for me. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Moving around the table, Councillor Fry, please.
Thank you, Your Worship. I'm not going to repeat anything that's already been said. So I just want to stress the importance of residents. Watch your speed. It's that time of year. The snow is gone, the roads are clear, and people tend to go a little bit faster. But please be careful in residential areas, because there seems to be more kids out playing, and we don't want any fatalities. So I just want to encourage people to watch their speed, and also to have patience in construction areas. And I am first to admit, before I got on council, I did my share of speaking frustrations about construction work taking place. But being on council, and you realize the importance of it. Everybody wants clean water when they turn on their tap, and they want to, when they flush the toilet, they want it to go away, and they want to have nice roads to drive on. So when you come up to some place and there's construction, please have patience, because it is for the betterment. And we're very fortunate to be able to get it done, because a lot of municipalities can't get it done at this time. So we're very lucky in the city. So please have patience and enjoy the summer. And that's it for me, Your Worship.
Thank you very much. Okay, so I guess it's back to me. And yes, we are in the middle of a labor dispute, and that's regrettable at the end of the day, but we do strive to work with our employees who deliver great services, which we do value here in the city of Mount Pearl. And, as soon as we can get back to the table, perhaps, and find some common ground, we'll be able to work things out a little bit more. But I know emotions are very high right now, but I think the expectation is we stay respectful and professional with each other. But I want to make sure that everybody that's on or near a picket line, whether that's our union members or our management and non-union staff, or, you've heard my commentary, even the children and other residents of Mount Pearl, I want to ensure that everybody it's not just about inconvenience, folks, it's about maintaining safety. So looking forward to things perhaps calming down a little bit. We will continue with our core services where we can provide them. And we ask our residents to continue to be patient with us, in the upcoming days. But we look forward to getting back to the bargaining table and, working things out. There's many things to talk about, and there's always options put on the table. And I would encourage our union as well to come with an open mind. And not necessarily focus on the past, but focus on the future. So I'll just leave my comments at that. I'd like to end on a positive note, but I know these are trying times, and I want to say to our management team and non-management employees, we know you're doing great work, and we know, like us, you want to see our unionized employees back to work sooner rather than later. So I thank you, everybody, for your attendance here tonight, your dedication, your hard work. And I'm now going to call for a motion from Councillor Antle and Deputy Mayor Kiley to adjourn our meeting. And we are adjourned. Good night.